Hello everyone, good evening, or whatever time zone you find yourselves in. I am Cress Nether. Thank you so much for being here in the Fae Groves with me. And again, it just doesn't work with captions. I need to figure out how to train this particular one. I hope you're all doing well. Today we are playing Midnight Storm, a Scion story. I am very excited because we are going to... Oh no. Oh no. We're going to meet Sarne's mom. Yeah. Also, we may or may not have a Michinho back soon, so that is very exciting. And in the meantime, we're continuing with the cat crew. So without further ado, let me bring up the crew here.
That's a shame.
Hello, everyone.
Oh,
Hello.
Cheez-Its! Hey, what's up?
Hi.
Hello.
You want a Cheez-Its?
Yeah, but the store has already been visited, and I was not in a clear headspace when I was asked what I wanted. It's fine. I literally work in grocery stores. I can grab some.
Okay. I've bumped up the momentum for today.
Yeah, that's fine.
And there's nothing anybody can do to stop you.
No, well, I mean, Alvron's can.
There's nothing anybody can do to stop you.
I don't think Alvron's wants to. Let me just...
I'm good. I'm good.
That is fair.
Okay. Are we all ready?
I think
Just
so.
get right into things.
I do want to get Sarne's character sheet up.
Yeah.
Do you have an engagement post this, Alvrance?
Not immediately post this, especially because we have our clocks are now all in sync again.
Okay.
As
So
much
I
as
have
they
an
can
hour between. Yeah, I have an hour between when this session usually ends and when my next thing begins. So we'll have plenty of time.
Understood.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if we are all ready, what happened last time?
I got shot.
I got shot.
I didn't.
We
Olivia only got a
we
small
got shot
beatdown.
at.
I don't think Olivia got shot at all. Just
Hmm,
smacked with guns and stuff.
that's fair.
And this is how we find out the difference in skill.
It was fine.
Mhm. I had some bruises. Then I didn't have bruises anymore.
In an instant, all of my injuries were gone except for the fact that I was tired.
Yes, same. I'm also still exhausted. But
I love this cat.
because of
I can't fix that.
because of the attackers and the fact that some of us have companions that have biting that doesn't do non-lethal damage, we find ourselves with a body in the center of Brussels.
Right, we had to have the conversation of who has a legal team and who needs a legal team.
And so
After the authorities were called.
Yeah, but
Body in Brussels after
Get-
the
get-
authorities were called.
get this explained to the supernatural cops. The situation and what happened and how a corpse happened.
Okay, so we're not hiding the body then.
No,
no, or
Kid is
eating
going to
That
deal with
would-
this legally.
I was about to say that would make it far worse for our situation.
I believe so. But also in that same stressful situation, Sarne decided it might be a good idea to call her mom.
Mhm.
Right, because out of everyone, this affects Sarne's family the most.
An attempted assassination on the daughter of a diplomat.
Yes.
The Mongolian diplomat.
Yeah.
That's a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I like to imagine the headline for the article is just big bold letters, body in Brussels.
Depending on the spacing, that might be a thing. As someone who has written headlines.
I really, really hope that Mrs. Teguskin has some sway in that, and like the it was self-defense theory is floated somewhere.
Yep.
Sorry, Nay.
My legal team is willing to speak with hers.
I was about to say, Sarde, as somebody who comes from prestige and lineage, it is never a good idea to try to silence the journalists.
No. I'm not saying that they
Not
silence the
We
journalists.
don't silence the journalists. We feed them a story.
Oh, okay. All right. We guide them to a narrative. All right.
Yeah, we guide them to the
nowhere
narrative of
near
self-defense
bad.
It's called-
because they
it's
shot
called-
first.
It's called spin.
Yeah.
Real quick, as a dumb American, I have a general question.
Uh-huh.
Do y'all have freedom of the press?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Again, as a dumb American, I don't know how it works in other countries.
I will say this in a way that probably hurts least for the amount of truth that I want to convey. Many of the freedoms that Americans proclaim to have as the single country, we also do.
Yeah, America ain't that special.
Yeah, no,
In fact, it's getting progressively fewer freedoms as time goes on than everyone else.
I think that is the most about that topic that we should cover in this instant.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I believe
we're
that's
gonna meet
the summary.
Sonai's mom.
Yeah.
And so...
I like that the captions turned Sanai into so nice.
Honestly, I'll take it.
And so, either through text messages or other means, a ride will be provided to where your mother is planning on meeting you for a private dinner.
Okay. Would this be somewhere where she has like a living space, or would this be like this is the restaurant we'll be meeting at kind of thing?
How private do you insist upon?
Rather private.
Then it'll probably be at a more closer to a living space.
Yeah, okay.
I was about to say, with what little I know, your best bet is probably the embassy.
That's what I was thinking.
Because that is considered sovereign soil for you, and anybody who even tries to listen in is basically violating treaties.
Also, if more assassins show up, they aren't getting their guns in there.
Oh no, not a chance. They will look at them and start firing.
Yeah.
Hit, you are the person with a legal team that is mechanically represented, correct?
Yes.
Okay, could you make for me a legal team or leadership check to see how well they can keep things under wraps, so that way Sarne's mom may not learn beforehand what has happened.
Can I aid this?
Yes, this will be social. You can aid this.
Right.
Also, speaking of you, Wade, real quick before you do your aid, you can do mixed actions with your group. Mob would give you scale on those actions. So again, that is a
scale. Okay.
So that is on me, but I found that out in between sessions.
Mine have smooth.
Okay,
Wait,
that'll
that
give
gives an
you.
enhancement.
Yes, I believe that'll give you one enhancement because it's smoothing attitudes, if I recall correctly.
I think I know the next thing I'm gonna do with my experience. Actually, I don't know if I can because they're already a group of 5. Anyway,
Nope. But yeah,
see, how
so
can I
that would
aid
be.
this?
How do you want to aid it? You could aid it through technological means. You could aid it through social means. You could aid it through.
I get. You
mean,
know what? Now that you say that, yeah, I think I'm going to. While they're covering the legal and like PR aspect, I'm going to handle the like social media aspect.
okay, so that would be. I'm going to say for you a mental technology check to help get here.
Okay. So it's not system navigation. I'm not even going to try. Bink.
5 successes, not bad. So that'll be, I think, a total of 4 enhancement for you, Kit. One from
I think
smooth, and then. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think that will give me 4 total.
Okay.
Uh,
Would you like to spend some momentum?
Please spend some momentum.
how much can I have?
For this, you can 4 or 5.
Sure.
Yeah.
Let's go with with 4.
4's good.
Okay,
All
that's
right.
5
5
total.
All right.
successes.
We almost pulled a weasel there.
Huh.
Okay. With 5 successes, you are like the legal team is definitely in between. In between the police that you have talked with and the legal team, they've kind of tied up a lot of the detailed information. There's going to be some information that you guys can't give up, but it's kind of like Erten might know that that there is a shooting that happened in Brussels, not necessarily details or your guys' involvement.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, for legal reasons, we're not giving any names or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So, is there anything anyone would like to do to get ready? This is for a dinner, and you guys met for breakfast. So,
I
got most of
We
the
got an
day
entire
ahead of you.
day.
uh-huh.
Where are we meeting at?
So, I am angling for a meeting for dinner at the Embassy of Mongolia, which is in the Forêt or Vorst area of Brussels, which is to the far south of the map. Well, far south, the south of the map that we can see.
Down this away.
It is kind of over here. Hold on. There.
I imagine it looks.
Alright.
Okay. So you want to meet at the Embassy of Mongolia?
Yes. And I'm trying to...
I imagine my legal stuff will take most of the day, so that'll be what Kit's doing.
Okay.
For the sake of getting rid of these gosh darn debuffs, I'm gonna say Wade is going to head to his hotel room with the mission of picking out an outfit, and as soon as he gets in, he's gonna see how good that bed looks, and then he's just gonna collapse.
Barry accidentally sits down on the bed and is immediately struck by sleep mode.
Yeah, he sits on the bed, blinks, and then all of a sudden the sun is gone.
Mm-hmm.
So his phone is beeping with the alarm to remind him to go.
Okay, so I will just bump that up. Excellent. Okay. Olivia, what are you up to for the day?
Amelia is going to spend her day getting the fanciest dress she can, and also renting out a fancy carriage and a horse-drawn carriage to take her there.
Hell yes.
Olivia, if you do not put that in the group chat, there's going to be such a hassle for security.
It's gonna be so funny.
Yeah.
It's going to be great.
Ballet has the complication dealing with a fucking horse.
I mean, if it's horse-drawn carriage, it might be 2 horses.
Yeah, might be.
I wonder what kind of horse would be in Brussels that would even be able to do that.
Oh, there's probably going to be like stables around
Just on the edge of town, yeah.
Brussels.
Okay. And Sarne, what are you doing?
I am going to give my bike a wash.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to give myself a bath
Excellent.
because 1, to avoid soreness, 2, to kind of get my mind off the fact that I got shot and kind of let my mind wander about like what the hell, why this happened, and then probably find myself probably wear something that is traditional traditional Mongolian garb, but slightly I will lean towards a more mask style in that sense.
Okay.
In order to ride my horse / bike.
Okay. Excellent. And as time passes, and you're able to get your clothing or deal with your legal team or get a good nap in and get to the aspects of arranging your travels, one by one, you guys arrive. I presume for the sake of ease.
I will check with the group chat to kind of like meet at this corner, like a bit of a ways away from the actual embassy, so that we can arrive there all like in one go.
I presume if you want, you can have. If you want one of your lawyers to be there, they would give you a ride. If not, Wade could pick you up in the limo.
Yeah, I'd have one come with me.
Yeah, they'll be more than happy to give you a ride to the embassy. But yeah, so as you guys all arrive, I presume Sarne is then at that space early to kind of gather everyone, so to speak.
I think I would be there 15 minutes before the time I tell them to be there.
Okay.
And that has like half an hour of leeway so that we're not going to be late.
Okay.
Kid's probably the first one to show up then.
All right.
Just step out the car looking a bit disheveled because he's wearing the same clothes that you last saw him in.
Oh, we didn't explain etiquette to Kit.
No!
Etiquette.
But as he's
my
coming out the car,
goodness.
the person that's still in there calls him back and he looks in and then he's handed a tie.
With you,
It's
like,
like you
are you just
are
holding the
meeting
tie?
a diplomat.
Are you just holding the tie?
No, he's seen people wear ties before, so he's going to try and put it on. He's not going to do well at it, so...
You'll see Sarne kind of like shaking her head and just motion for you to come closer.
Also, to note, Kit doesn't wear a shirt.
We're learning the. Oh.
He wears a coat. He doesn't wear a shirt.
He doesn't wear. Okay.
Oh.
Can the coat button up?
Yeah.
Will you allow me to pick up a shirt for Kit?
Yeah, he just hasn't worn one before because he didn't see the point.
Okay. All right.
No one's called him out on it yet.
I like to. You know what? No, I'm not gonna try to game this for the sake of comedy. I'm gonna let this happen for the sake of comedy.
It's funnier if it's
in the situation
hilarious.
that Sarnay finds herself. She will kind of try and get like the coat closed up, and then tie
like
the
if you
tie
if you tell him to close up the coat, he'll go, "Oh yeah, sure," and just do it.
Yeah. Okay. Kit, how much clothes do you have?
What do you mean?
How much clothing? Like, you have your coat, your trousers.
Grandpa told me to wear pants, but
Good. Grandpa covered that at least.
Do you have anything like a shirt?
Well, no, why would I?
Because we're going. Oh goodness, we are going to have dinner with. Well, okay, so there's a couple of layers at play here. One, if you are to meet a diplomat of another country, there are certain assumptions made as to how you dress. However,
Sarnay.
Yeah.
I've
met gods dressed like this.
Ooh.
That's not the same thing?
Ooh. You know what? I think I'm kind of with Kit on this one.
No, I get where Kit's going from. But Kit, that's not the same thing. How you are in luck. Because the diplomat that we are going to be meeting is my mom, so it's not you who she's going to be upset with, if any. So you don't have to worry about that. There. And I've tied like a simple double... I would have gone with a double Windsor.
Yep.
Yeah.
There you go.
Kit was like watching closely the whole time and trying to learn it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not going to go for an Eldritch or something like that, or Trinity, because this is Kit's first tie.
Yeah.
On formality, it can be forgiven. Plus, double Windsor's usually the go-to for like lawyers.
True.
Basic.
The Eldritch knot is amazing, though.
I've seen some insane knots for ties, man.
For my brother's wedding, I had luckily a change of shirts because it was very hot that day, and so I had an Eldritch knot and I had a Trinity knot for 2 parts of the day.
Wow!
Looks super
wow!
Because that's how I wanted to be fancy, indeed.
Yeah.
Okay. Wade, I'm going to say that you arrive next. You see Kit wearing a tie with their coat buttoned up fully, and Sarnay in formal Mongolian wear.
So yeah, this is absolutely the most formal you've ever seen Wade look, as he comes out in just like an absolute pressed and like cleaned 3-piece. Like he looks like the billionaire that you'd hate on the internet.
Does he have a waistcoat? This is important. Does he have a waistcoat?
Yeah, yes, yeah, he would.
How tall is Wade again?
Like 6 even, maybe 6'1".
Okay. Then Sarne has no comment. But you can see that Sarne is slightly...
Kids will look at the waistcoat and say, "Where do you get those?"
We'll talk.
I'm gonna be honest. I have no idea. My mother had my designer pick this out.
Can they tell me where to get them?
You know what? I will get them on the phone after this, and we will get you a waistcoat, bud.
Hey, Wade, please, make sure he gets, like, the full suit.
Bud, I'm gonna get him, like, 3. I didn't even
Excellent.
think to ask what it'd be like.
No, that's fine. It's good.
As Sarne
is
and Wade are whispering off to the side.
For clarity, Kit has a total of 3 pairs of trousers and 1 coat. And that is it.
I'm amazed that he has 3 pairs of trousers.
Right?
Yeah.
That's the one thing Grandpa told him to get, was trousers.
No, I get it.
Grandpa had the wherewithal to be like, alright, the one thing you're gonna need is trousers.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But as they're kind of whispering about clothes off to the side, Kit, you hear the clip-clop of hooves on a road.
And you may have seen Sarne distraught at Kit's appearance.
Looking around like, is your motorcycle gotten loose?
No.
Clopping down the road, we just see a carriage.
Mm-hmm.
Wait.
Please describe the carriage. Please describe it. I want it to be fancy as hell.
Without even looking up, Wade is going to just, like, pinch the bridge of his nose.
You see a black carriage with golden trim led by 2 pure white horses and a tall man in a red chauffeur's outfit driving it towards the area.
Hell yeah.
I soothingly caress my motorbike. Please don't be upset.
just looking at it like, is this also typical of going to have dinner with?
No,
okay.
It is not.
No, bud. No, not in the slightest.
Not in 100 years.
Like, even if we were visiting the Queen, it wouldn't be.
Oh. Which Queen?
Any.
Pick one.
Yeah. Like the Queen of Belgium, Queen of the Netherlands. Those are the closest ones.
This is the Netherlands. We're technically a duchy.
What?
No.
I can't fault you for the pun.
Now Wade's ignorance is showing.
I did not see that pun. But
Kid's gonna like stand up on his toes and try and see who's in the carriage because we don't know if that's Olivia.
Oh, I know it's Olivia.
The carriage will stop at you, and Olivia will just lean out the window and say, "Hey, I'm ready."
Well,
one moment, I grab my phone. I grab whatever contact I have at the embassy.
Are we all getting in the carriage?
I think we're all getting in the carriage.
No, bud.
I'm getting in the carriage.
Okay, alright.
You'll open the door for Kit.
Hell yeah.
She's wearing, like, beautiful white princess gown of tiara and arm gloves and everything.
White gown?
This tickles me to no end.
Kid looks at you and goes, "Oh, there are also hats. Okay."
There are.
There's a lot of things people wear.
Not so much for men, but I bet you could rock a circlet. Okay, hold on. I
Can I try that? Just pointing at the tiara.
Olivia will offer it to you. Yeah.
Just put it on like, why can't I wear it?
You look very pretty.
Thanks.
I call whoever I know at the embassy to expect a horse-drawn carriage.
I will hand the
thought we were
tiara back.
meeting at the embassy.
No, we are meeting a street away because I.
I will hand Olivia the tiara back.
I'll put it back on. Turns to Scion and say, "You're lucky. I almost didn't check my phone."
What?
Don't. Wade, without even looking at Sarde, just like puts a hand on her shoulder. Don't, just let. Don't ask for
Look,
clarification.
Look, yeah, my mom is going to kill me, but at least she'll have a funny memory.
Right, Sane, are you getting in?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm just on the phone with this guy who, like, yes, literal horse-drawn carriage. White horses, black carriage.
Wade is gonna
gold
take a
trim.
picture to send to his sister later.
Oh,
I'm glad I was able to find horses that I didn't have to make any.
Oh, you can make horses.
please don't make horses. Especially not near any Mongolian official, please. That includes me.
That you know what? I didn't even. That's probably that's probably a culture thing.
My bike will be upset.
Okay.
Yeah,
That wasn't the answer I was expecting.
I'd allow a Darkness Marvel to make Horses of Shadow or something like that. That'd be pretty fucking
Oh,
neat.
I was
That's
thinking a
so
different
cool.
direction. Trivial targets can be changed for free.
Oh no, you're going to be some twisted fairy godmother.
It's Cinderella.
Yeah.
Oh, that. Oh, Robo, I love how your mind works. That's amazing.
I am terrified. Well
I
done.
can just
But
turn
yes.
mice into giant horses.
You guys are able to get over to the embassy. It's just kind of like technically this is okay, but it's really weird for like a lot of the embassy guards that are out there at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Also,
Like
the valet won't have to drive it somewhere because it has a driver.
Yeah, it has a chauffeur. So as you guys get out, there is the brief aspect of checking people for weapons, which I'm going to say those of you that have weapon-like relics that aren't concealable, do you leave it at home or do you take it with you?
I may have a question that might be important for now and for later.
Uh-huh.
Can my bike drive itself?
Ooh.
I'm going to say
Just
yes because we had the Irish muscle car be able to drive itself.
Okay.
Yes.
I was about to say, just to hedge the bet. I was. Horses do know how to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a horse.
That's why I ask. So I'm asking my bike to follow the carriage.
Okay.
But yes, my hunting bow is in the bike's compartment, like in the saddle case.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie. The player in me was sitting here wondering, like, a workaround to try to get the bat/axe in here. But now that I think about it, Wade would definitely know better. This isn't his first time meeting with a diplomat. He would definitely know better. He'd probably have his He'd probably make an argument for his detail, which I'm sure they've had before. But he himself would not be armed.
Yeah.
I have no weapons or anything that could be construed as a weapon.
Okay.
Lydia can't remove her weapons.
I'm not carrying
Yeah,
any
the
weapons
wording
inside,
of that.
but there's a lot of silver jewelry on Sarne.
Okay. Olivia can't remove her weapons. Would you like to make a social subterfuge check to try to disguise them as something else? Or will you just kind of explain
I think
that
they're
they're natural?
They're all hidden anyway, basically.
Oh, they're concealable?
Yeah.
Nice.
I believe concealable gives you enhancement on that. Let me.
Yeah, it gives you a +1 enhancement.
I'd like to
Yeah.
imagine anybody that tries to pat down Olivia just starts having a nosebleed.
Oh dear.
Kit's
I'm fairly
weapons
sure
are
I'm probably
his
maxed out on enhancement to hide anyway, so.
Kit's weapons are his claws, which like are part of his hand.
11 successes.
Whoa.
Yeah, no.
Whoa.
They're very
Maybe.
concealed.
Your hands are like they take a look at your at the aspects of your.
I mean, as I
Of your
did say,
weapons
they
and
are in
stuff.
fancy princess gloves.
They are
Yeah.
in very fancy princess gloves. Okay, but yes,
I will
you
lean
guys are-
in, Olivia. Where did you get that costume on such short notice?
Last guy.
Which, okay, I'm curious now.
Just kind of looks at her phone and says, called a tailor, told him what I needed. Then I think he called a different tailor. Then we spent a while doing it.
So this has been your entire day.
Oh yeah.
Fascinating.
I should say this is the first time Wade's detail doesn't just like drop the guise of being in disguise. They are very obviously present,
Visible.
and they're in like ceremonial garb, which is like Nigerian like fancy robes and whatnot.
Oh, nice.
And then there's Kit.
and then there's Kit.
Just a cat in a coat with a tie.
Mm-hmm.
I think whether it's a joke or sincere, it's kind of hard to tell. But the person who pats you down just goes, "Nice tie," and then moves you along.
Oh, I want his
It's like,
name.
just like, thanks, my lawyer gave it to me.
Oh, amazing.
The hilarity of a cat person just being like, "Thanks, my lawyer gave it to me."
Yeah.
Whew.
Yes.
Kit understands some very specific things.
Mm-hmm.
I just imagine somebody walks up to Kit. "May I take your coat, sir?" "Please don't."
No, my grandpa gave it to me.
I think
Also, it has superpowers.
I think in that case, Sarne would say like, no, it's fine. He can wear it in.
Yeah. And as you guys are escorted through the embassy, you are taken over to. Wasn't sure where you guys were going to go, so I didn't think about this ahead of time. But a large, open space where you see a few people at the edges, kind of guarding the space, which.
Some people looking out the window at the horse and carriage outside.
Yeah. You've got. It's well lit, plenty of tables with tablecloths, and a lot of the fancy assortment of proper utensils out of varying different types. With a lone woman who's a little bit older in her years. Face seems to be weathered, but not like etched in stone or hard looking or anything like that. And she stands as you guys walk in, and she bows her head slightly as she takes you all in. Whoever would like to make an impression outside of your clothing, please make for me a persuasion social check.
I believe I gain a bonus from my invisible friend.
Yes.
Can I make a social culture check with my traditional clothing?
I was about to say, could I make mine integrity mental?
I will allow you to make a culture check for that case.
Listen to persuasion from my relic.
Yeah. Let's do what integrity mental for what purposes? What's your
For the purpose that my specialty is respect, and Wade definitely would have studied up before he came here.
I would still say this would be more of a social thing.
Okay.
It's
All right,
how
fair.
it's how you're applying it, but I will allow you to do integrity.
All right, cool. Thank
Nice.
I got
It,
some
you
fucking
beautiful
poise.
bastard.
Everyone sees me and goes, "Aw."
No, you're
They're
awesome.
not just they're not just judging Kit's coat, they're judging his coat.
Mhm. And that is very shiny.
Yeah, he takes good care of his fur.
Mm-hmm.
6 successes is still pretty good.
We're rolling
Olivia,
it.
are you trying
I'm
to make an impression?
very curious
Yeah.
what Olivia will do.
So I'm thinking probably looks matter. I think
Mhm.
the fancy outfit would be reasonable to say it's a +1 enhancement.
Yes.
I wasn't sure whether or not integrity hide emotions and intentions is useful in this sort of context of keeping a delicate demure face.
Are you attempting to hide your emotions or intentions?
She's trying to act more civilized than she probably is.
I'll allow it.
And you know what? Because she wants to make a great impression on Sarne's mum, I'm going to tap the beauty purview for a feat of scale on it.
Okay.
Okay.
I wonder which of us are the social characters.
Mm-hmm.
So that just adds 1 scale.
Because it's not
I
me.
think.
Yes.
And it ain't me.
Because I have the Helen's Grace, I can do that once per session for free.
Excellent.
Yeah,
12
Helen's Grace really
successes.
good.
Oh, that is amazing.
Olivia
She
suddenly changes from the silly, university girl she normally portrays, and now looks like the utter dignified heir of a foreign princess.
I was just about to say he goes from looking like a princess to also acting like a princess.
Yes, she takes all of you in individually, looking you all up and down as she waves her hand over to the table and goes, "Please join us. Your detail can take seats around us, depending on how private we want the conversation to be." But she kind of does gesture at some of the other tables that have been set up since you said that there's, what, 11 of them?
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Some of them would. I imagine, as it's a security detail, they probably just be like lined up against the room, as opposed to actually sitting down.
They already have embassy guards lined up against the room as
Okay.
well, so it's kind of like
Yeah, I got you.
you
Why
don't
put a
want to
hat on a
have too
hat?
many. Yeah, exactly. But she's not going to tell you to leave your detail at home, type of thing, or anything along those lines.
Mhm.
She understands. But
I'm gonna tell
yes,
him to sit outside on the naughty step.
yeah.
No. I bet if they know they have this many guests coming, that there's catering for them as well.
Yes, there is there is catering for them. You pre-warned pre-warned her. Let me pop this open real quick.
Also, did my bath get rid of my exhaustion?
Roll for me a physical integrity check.
Physical integrity. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very good at not integrity. Oh, hey!
2 successes. I will say, for the sake of this, that you kind of had a good long soak. Whether or not that turned into a little bit of a nap is one thing or
That's
another.
my
But
secret.
I only nap cap. Can I get rid of my exhaustion?
Yes, yes, you
That's
can
Kit's
select.
thing. He only naps.
A cat nap. A kidnap.
Yes, you can absolutely get rid of your conditions, your exhausted conditions. But yes, so she kind of gestures for all of you to take a seat, and as she kind of sits down and the seats are pulled in, she goes, "Pleasure to meet you. I am Herten Tuguskin. What are your names?" And she'll kind of start over to she'll start opposite Sarne. So Sarne would be the last person since she's familiar with Sarne already.
I hope so.
Me too.
Who is sitting where?
/R space 1B6 and Olivia.
Okay, Olivia
How
gracefully curtsy and say, "I am Olivia Woods, Lady of the Dreaming Realm. It is a pleasure to meet you."
Lady of the Dreaming Realm. She uh, um, bows back, I will say, because she's not in a dress for curtsying. She's in more formal, more Western formal wear at this particular moment because of embassy-related businesses.
I feel like she rocks pantsuits.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. A good pantsuit. But she bows in response and goes. Then the next person would be, Kit.
It's gonna glance at Olivia briefly to be like, that's how we're supposed to do this. Okay. And say, Kit Castley, representative of Inisafalon and Thuflau give us
Pleasure to meet you. It's not very often we meet denizens around here.
yeah, I haven't seen many myself.
I'm sure that there's spaces that they've made for themselves here somewhere.
Kit says nothing.
And then she will look over to Wade. How does
Character,
Wade?
you have no idea how long I've been waiting for this opportunity.
Oh yeah, title sign, let's go.
Wade Carmichael, CEO of Carmichael Pharmaceutical, a subsidiary of Carmichael Industries, based out of Carmichael, Nebraska.
Lots of Carmichaels in that one, I hear.
Oh, family company.
Kit opens his mouth for a second, but then closes it because he realizes it's not a question he should ask in front of a diplomat.
Please sit.
And that question being, wait, do you have a company town?
Nah, that's not.
If Wade does have a company town, Wade automatically becomes the BBEG, right?
Yes.
Yes. Wade and Carden. But as you guys said, she it does ask if anyone has any food sensitivities or anything like that. She's very thorough.
Kit reaches into his disheveled notebook and pulls out a piece of paper and hands it over. These are things I can't have too much of, and things I can't have at all.
Okay. She
Despite the
will take
largeness of the table, Sarne will lean over and say, "Kit is an obligate carnivore."
I figured as much. Thank you. She does take a look at it briefly, but it's like, this is not for me. So she calls someone over to go give it to.
Take it to the cook.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It is at this moment that Sarne kind of hastily and nervously looks around for any signs of the Great Murkan.
Oh,
The Great Murkan is. How cat-like is he at the moment? I think the best way to put it, given that he is a birthright at this particular moment, is that he is doing that cat thing where they make figure eights under your legs, between you and the chair, specifically.
Okay, that is manageable and also kind of comfy.
I have a question, storyteller.
Kid just said, like, I miss
Yes.
doing
that. How thorough were they about security? Do we still have our phones, or did they take them before we entered?
Good question.
I
think
I don't think they would take your phones.
Yeah.
It does seem out of sorts.
I think for this type of meeting, she would allow you to have your phones.
Okay, I was just wondering because they wouldn't have taken it from Sarne, but there's the fact that one of us is a foreign national.
Yeah.
What do you mean, what?
You know what? Fair enough.
I think in this case, it's very much like we will be prepared in case of you bugging us. We are also bugging you, so we're square. We're balanced.
Like, as long as you don't pick up your phone and call an airstrike in on your location, you good. Don't worry.
All right, so it's just the basic rule of you can use it to play games and stuff, but if we see the contact list come up or the camera come out, we're gonna have problems.
Yeah. It's also kind of underneath the assumption of you're coming to me type of thing for something. So I'm not going, like, obviously it's more of what am I providing.
Also, Cerno trusts you enough to bring you here.
But yes, so as while the individual's over here getting the list for Kit, they will ask anybody if there's anything that they want specifically or anything that they would want for refreshment before going back and getting said items. And Erten wastes no time in going. Oh, I should actually put that in chat for you guys. And there. 10. Turguskin. Her name, in case you guys wanted it for your notes. And how to pronounce it. But yeah, so she she goes, okay, so you wanted to talk to me, tell me about something that happened today that sounded quite urgent. She does give Sarne her full attention at this moment before someone speaks, and she'll shift her attention.
We were getting breakfast this morning, and as I was making my way from my bike to the coffee shop, we were fired upon.
There's a slow intake of breath as kind of those of you that are more socially inclined can see that she stiffens a little bit.
I was wearing my motorcycle gear, so I am not injured in any way that matters.
The people who attacked us were wearing tactical gear and seemed to be part of some sort of mercenary unit.
They were members of the group The Obsidian Dagger.
That was them.
We defended ourselves during the scuffle. One of them did pass away.
At the hands of a spirit companion who follows me around.
It's very
I
hard
have already told him not to do that again.
I see.
I basically called you the moment directly after.
Yeah, I'm glad to see that none of you are hurt.
Actually, thanks to Mr. Castley. who is able to use some manner of healing. I was the motorcycle leathers helped to ease the blow, and Kit took care of the rest.
Thank you, Kit.
Just bow my head because I don't really know. Kit doesn't really know how to handle that.
But she kind of nods, drinking in the information. Okay. That is. Yes.
I'm going to. Sorry, Sanai.
Hmm?
Have you told your mother about what we've been looking into?
No, that's a good point.
We've recently essentially we happened to run into each other while I was investigating a unusual situation with business name I've forgotten.
Starlight Solutions.
Starlight Solutions with their the construction they were attempting to do on the edge of town that was moved after a cave was found underneath the site they were going to build on.
That was your guys' doing?
Yes, we found the cave.
Yeah.
Along with
Inside that cave was a portal of sorts to a place full of star eaters.
Arne is trying to bury herself in her chair because she realizes she definitely should have mentioned something before the "Hey Mom, I got shot" message.
So, thankfully, the situation was dealt with without anyone getting injured. They're all being put in too much danger. But it seems like Starlight Solutions is very interested in these creatures and their goal to essentially devour the sky and possibly the planet.
Wade is about to pipe up with his misgivings about their dumb plan. But he's going to keep his mouth shut.
Nether.
Mm-hmm.
I have a question for you.
Uh-huh.
Do you want bigger number?
Oh.
Love big number.
Bigger number?
Yeah.
Love big number.
I feel peer pressured, yes. The big number.
Okay.
Bigger number be wrong.
Bigger number can never hurt you.
Okay.
Wait, why is it damage?
Last time I said that, I felt very bad.
Okay, 3 successes. That is enough for her to kind of understand the basics of it as you guys kind of talk some more of the details about it as you kind
If
of
she
goes
does
forward.
want any clarifications on things, Kit will go into details.
Yeah, she'll get the details.
He's been taking a lot of notes in his notebook.
But yeah, she nods and goes, so we know that this company is trying to, or at least is working with creatures that wish to devour the people in the world, to not put too fine a point on it.
It's possible that the majority of them aren't aware of this, but are being compelled to help by some sort of supernatural force.
We know the company itself is involved. We do not know who in the structure is aware of the plan of whoever is enacting it.
Oh, I forgot. During as some of the explanation, as you guys are kind of going through it, as she's continuing to ask questions, she's not sure how to ask this, so she asks Sarne in Mongolian, "Are they like you?" Meaning Scion.
Mm-hmm. hear the question. I nod.
Kit did introduce himself as a representative of insert god name here.
Yeah.
Wade
True.
introduced himself as a capitalist.
Yes.
You sure
Which is
did.
worse.
And then we have the lady of the dream realm.
Yes.
That could just be typical.
Yeah.
Light of
What's it
fancy.
called for the non-humans?
Denizen.
Denizen.
As in,
Denizen.
I
Could be a denizen.
I would argue that Olivia has played her part so beautifully. Sarday's mom could have the misconception that Olivia is indeed royalty.
Princess of the Dream Realm, obviously.
Yeah,
You don't know
obviously.
she's not.
Oh, you know what? I
I
sure don't.
genuinely feel with the impression that Olivia made, Erten is very much like, oh, I need to read up on royal structures within the other, like, the middle realms.
I'm not sure Dream World would have any rules.
Anyone can
We'll
be
see.
princess for a day in the Dream Realm.
As long as they think it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as you guys kind of have conversations and details in regards to it, she goes, okay. So we will get this. What exactly do you need from me? I see that you guys have, as mentioned, talked about this with the authorities. You've talked about this with legal teams. Outside of letting me know, what is it that you need from me at this moment in time?
I don't know yet how much news came out of this.
Just that shots were fired.
My team
No?
is working on it.
Yeah. Look, it wasn't our
Yes.
intention to get someone killed at all.
However, it was self-defense.
Yes, I got shot first. My friends helped to defend me.
I don't blame you for the instances, for the events that happened today. If that is what you're worried about, Sarne.
Hmm.
She nods, kind of thinks for a moment, a pensive look on her face. Yes, okay. There are a few reasons that I can think of why you may have been attacked today. And some of those involve the fact that you're my daughter, a political target for things in order to try to scare or intimidate me into backing off in certain instances. The other thing that I could think of is that this company, this Starlight Solutions, has begun sending people after you.
Yeah,
That was my assumption.
I share that suspicion. And I will say, I am honestly... We're lucky that they shot me whilst I was wearing my armor, pretty much. Because those rounds, they can do a lot more damage, and I should know.
Yeah, she nods. Goes, okay. So I will try to feed things. I know there's some freelancers here that would be more than happy to take some of the details of the story if you don't mind us feeding things here and there. If that would be... She kind of looks over to Kit, who's mentioned that the legal team's taking care of it.
I'm sure they would appreciate the help.
Okay. I will go ahead and do what I can there. And if there's anything that I can do within my power to help, please let me know. I don't think it needs to go saying that we will endanger other aspects of projects to help them. If there's anything else that I can do within reason, please let me know. And she kind of looks over, sees if there's anything else that anyone would like to add. Okay. Well then, if that is all the serious talk, you see that she doesn't entirely relax, but a different kind of demeanor kind of goes over her, and she goes, "So, what brings you all to Brussels?" And she begins having a more... The best way to describe it is a more motherly conversation.
Mm-hmm.
I was just about to say we go from diplomat to mom.
Mm-hmm. And it's the opposite of Sarne. She's very gentle. She's very curious. She's very uplifting about certain things or other aspects to it. And like she'll even ask Sarne, how's your shooting going? How are your studies? You better be keeping up on those and not just neglecting them to play popular shooter too.
She knows. Oh no, she knows.
Look, you can see my credit card statements and the amount of
microtransactions.
Oh, darn it. There's going to be
loot boxes.
Wait, no! Loot boxes are illegal in Brussels.
Yeah, but microtransactions aren't.
Microtransactions aren't. Yeah, she just sees the amount of currencies that I've been paying
Just
for.
really want that skin though.
I do.
But she goes through, she asks things about she'll ask so not necessarily prying details like what do you mean by the Lady of Dreams of the Dream Realm, but more so what's it like there, or kind of just gentle, not probing but gentle prodding of information. Like she'll ask Kit about Avalon and about Grandpa and about other things, and it goes from she slowly brings down the tension.
Kit is 100% honest about everything he is asked about.
Oh,
he doesn't see a need to not tell her things.
I imagine brutal answers to gentle questions.
No, it's more just I don't have anything to hide.
Oh, fair.
Is it also a sense of Kit not seeing any subterfuge or hidden meaning behind certain questions?
Well, for that,
he is a tier lower than you.
If she's lying to me, I know.
That is fair. I don't see her doing that, but it's more like it is also being the mom here. She is probably trying to what kind of people is my daughter involved with? Kind of questioning. Hidden behind so that sounds fascinating. Tell me more. That kind of
yeah, well, what she gets from Kit is that he's honest and a good person.
Oh yeah, no, that
but also doesn't know a lot about the world.
Yeah, that's fair.
Let me take a look at Kit's things
and how humans work.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Given that the only person with empathy is Olivia, Olivia, you would catch that there is some of it, especially with the questions towards you and Kit, that there's some of the I'm a diplomat trying to get more information, but it is mostly I'm a mom and I want to know who my daughter's hanging out with. But yeah, food comes. It is very good food. It's a lot. Things made to your taste because this is an embassy. And refreshments are brought out. Overall, it is a pleasant meal. Is there any personal questions that anyone would like to ask of Erden?
Olivia will look to Sane's mum and will say, I have been deliberating over a serious question for some time, and I wondered if I could have your own perspective on it. What is your purpose?
Sarne almost face plants.
Wade he almost starts coughing on his drink, but he manages to maintain composure.
She maintains eye contact. And she asks, may I ask why you're asking?
Well, your daughter asked me the same question, and I wasn't sure of the answer.
Oh man, you're just gonna snitch on her like that, huh?
She her lips thin a bit as she kind of thinks about it. My purpose is to create lasting peaceful ties between this country and my home country. That is my current purpose. I believe anyone can make a purpose of what it is that they seek or what it is that they want to do. It's just what you want to make of your life, whatever that may include or maintain. Does that make sense?
So you assume after you fulfill your purpose, you'll have another?
My mother will
Yes.
most likely be reassigned to a different country after her stay here.
And even if that were the case, I don't see myself idling for long. I would find something to do. Why not make that a purpose, so to speak?
Olivia will nod her head a bit.
She nods back. Dinner goes on as eventually desserts are served. And overall, I would say that it is a pleasant night, minus the very beginning, but it's a pleasant night nonetheless. Good food, good company, as eventually she kind of nods and excuses herself. Please, by all means, take your time, finish, and then the guards will see you out as she kind of gets flanked as she leaves.
We'll thank her for her hospitality.
Wade will do the same.
I
Okay.
do thank her for, for for hosting and for the the offered assistance.
Okay, but the night is yours if you guys wanted to talk about anything over the last vestiges of dinner.
Wade does start giggling to himself.
Okay, everything good?
Yeah, It's just not at all what I was expecting.
What did you expect?
So is the town
bit older.
Carmichael a company town, or is it just a coincidence?
It was until the fire.
That doesn't sound foreboding or anything.
Well, you see, it was founded in Southern America in the 50s, and I feel like that's all I need to say.
Hmm.
I'm just statting up a Wade Carmichael boss fight real quick.
Yeah, go for it. Do it. I'll lose.
Yeah.
Um,
Slowly nodding, like, okay.
It's not there anymore, but it's kind of just... It's more ceremony to mention it, because
But you are gonna get questions like the one I asked if you keep doing that.
yeah, he's got a
Fair.
point. Also, can you sit still for just a moment? And Sarna is kind of getting out of her seat, and she's going to
Who's
head
sitting still?
to the kitchen.
Who's sitting still?
All of us, I believe.
I think that was a more of a royal you.
Oh, okay.
Okay. You head to the kitchens.
I am going to
Wow.
try and find a bottle of Chinggis vodka,
Oh,
because that is a popular brand in Mongolia.
Are you trying to sneak it, or are you asking for it?
What I'm trying to do is
Mhm.
not to sneak, but simply walk in as if I belong there and go for and grab a bottle.
That would be
imagine being the head
social.
diplomat's mother and trying to sneak anywhere in the embassy.
Yeah,
That would be a social subterfuge check.
a social subterfuge check. That is very
Mhm.
fair. Because I feel like this is not so much me trying to hide this, but trying to do it in a way that nobody tells on me.
Just daring anyone to ask questions.
I was
Two
going to say
successes.
difficulty 2,
Hey!
because these are people of a lower tier than you. They're trivial targets. They're just people who are observing and mostly doing their job. Anyone who sees you kind of walk in, and like there's one guy that kind of like raises his finger, and one of the other individuals working back there just kind of puts his hand on their wrist and slowly puts their hand down. It's like it's not worth it, man. Trust me.
That's a man who
As-
learned his lesson.
As you are able to get Chinggis vodka.
I will
Do you
also.
grab any glasses, or do you
Yep.
just?
I will
Okay.
grab some shot glasses.
Oh boy.
And return to the room where I think I just try and grab as big of a stack as possible, imagining that Wade's detail is not going to drink because they're on duty, but still wanting to offer in case there's other plans.
Unless it's ceremony, they won't.
Mm-hmm. So I put down the shot glasses, kind of look over at Kit. Can you drink alcohol?
Very small amount.
Okay, I will pour half a shot for Kit, and for everyone, just a normal amount.
His tummy might hurt later, but it's fine.
I raise my glass, say, this vodka is dedicated to my father. Enjoy, because I need one.
Okay.
Uh,
Wade,
Yep.
do you partake?
I feel like I've asked this before. What's the legal age in Brussels?
18.
Okay.
Legal age in Mongolia is also 18.
Thank you.
However, it's just one shot.
Storyteller, I have a question.
You may or may not have an answer.
However,
I
we are on Twitch,
imagine
which is
Wade
an
at
American
some point
server.
has communicated with Ishu, right?
We've all had our visitations.
Yeah.
Okay, in that case, he would have had to communicate with Ishu.
No, we talked about your visitation. Do you mind if I
Oh,
share
that's
some details?
so.
Oh.
I
So,
don't, but I feel like I can explain this in a way without giving anything out.
Curious.
Would you mind if I take a swing before you do?
yeah, go for it.
So, long story short, how the Orisha work is anytime any one of them want to communicate or get anywhere to see each other or the material plane, they need to talk to Ishu, which is essentially like the observer of the like spiritual highway that they have.
Okay.
And the thing is, anytime you talk to him, he likes to drink. So I'm trying to see if, because he absolutely has that like cool uncle vibe. I'm trying to see if Storyteller will give me whether or not Wade has had a drink before, or if it's just kind of
I see.
omitted.
Not for your visitation, because you did not contact Ishu for your
Okay.
visitation.
This is true.
So the question is then, has Wade tried to contact any of the Orisha?
No, this is relatively new to him. He wouldn't have. I was going to actually do it later.
Okay. Well, then the answer is shrug.
Okay.
Do you partake?
I got shot today. Wade's gonna grab the glass, look at his detail, go, not a word, and then just, like, toss it back, which is a mistake as he begins coughing.
Okay.
Well, how do people do that? Oh, innocent burn.
Yeah,
They drink it very fast.
or they drink it very slow. And with practice,
Can I get like a? Can I get like a popular cola or something?
There's popular cola here. Hold on.
I'm just gonna slide my water across the table.
Just starts drinking the water.
So,
I think Olivia will look at the glass, will raise it up slightly, and will speak in a more hushed tone. This one is to you, Lord Dionysus, and will slam it down.
fair enough.
I'm going to say Wade didn't hear that.
Kit did. He's very good at hearing.
Okay.
I guess he's gonna drink it.
Excellent.
I look
You
a
all
little
partake.
bit more nervously at Kit imbibing, now that I've seen Wade choke on it.
It seems fine.
Okay, good. So,
Everything's
you've
fine.
met my mom.
Indeed.
Nice lady.
She is.
Much less terrifying than you indicated she would be.
Honestly, I didn't know
Us,
how
maybe.
she'd react to the fact that we got shot at. She is supportive of my sports disciplines, but she also doesn't want anyone to get hurt. And firearms are becoming more of an issue Here,
She's also aware of your divine connections.
that too. She knows who my dad is.
Then I have
Who
a
he
dumb
was.
question.
Hmm?
Do you call him dad, or is that like your actual father?
Yes.
Okay. All right. You know what? Fair enough.
I have a
Whereas
big
with
family.
Grandpa, he's not my actual grandfather.
Right.
That I didn't know.
I figured as much, but
I was an ordinary house cat.
yeah,
Right.
you mentioned it is curious to me why, but that might be a bit too personal yet.
Why what?
Why you were a house cat and now you are more than that?
Well, Grandpa's a god,
Yes.
and he
I'm
turned
not-
me into this.
I understand the how. I'm not gonna ask.
This is-
The why is he figured that animals in the environment could use more heroes.
Honestly, based.
This is the most polite conversation we've ever had with Sarne.
Shut up.
There it is.
The laugh
Consider-
is
con-
from
and-
me, not Sarne.
Yeah.
But there is a grin on her face as you say that.
Wade is going to look at Olivia. Is it like a parent situation for you too, or?
I've also been deliberating on that. I am of the impression that actually I'm only a few weeks old.
Okay,
So it's
that
probably
is.
probably a similar situation to mine then.
Mm, I don't like how you said that, Olivia.
Oh,
I have been thinking back since your comments, and the first memories that I have that I believe are concrete and real was meeting with Kit in that event. I have also been deliberating on my purpose, and I'm fairly sure I have been created for a purpose. And when I complete it, I will die.
well, I was
Wait.
also made like this with a purpose, but I'm pretty sure that I'll find new purposes afterwards.
Wait. What makes you say that you'll die after fulfilling your purpose?
Am I
Just
the
a
only one that
feeling.
realized a tone shift? Wade looks around the room.
Okay, like I was trying to ignore it.
Just a feeling. I hope that I'll at least be remembered.
I hope you don't die.
Yeah.
See, the funny thing about purpose is, even if you're given one, you can always seek another. So while you may die after you fulfill your purpose, you get to decide what your last purpose is.
Also, you can
No.
see that Sarna is like looking very uncomfortable here. Both from the perspective of like what will happen after Olivia fulfills her purpose, but maybe also the fact that Olivia is dressed up really nicely, and
Yep.
Sarne is very uncomfortable with the fact that Olivia is apparently only a few weeks old now.
Only a few weeks old and just had a shot.
Mm-hmm.
Olivia will clap her hands and smile and say, "That's okay. I think saving the world from star eaters and such is at least a good purpose."
No, you got something there.
Yeah, no, that's a good one.
However, I believe whatever created you would be cruel if they did not let you experience the world after that.
Weed is going to keep his mouth shut.
Olivia will kind of tap her finger on her chin and ponder and say, many stories of the gods are very cruel.
Indeed.
Yeah. I had noticed.
One of the guards in the background just goes fucking Ovid.
Wait, hold on. I gotta see now. Was it one of the ones that are already here, or was it one of mine?
One of yours.
Okay.
Just look over your shoulder, yell across the room. That's right!
Okay.
Yeah. With the sobering thought of mortality, for lack of a better
Git's
term.
gonna suggest that maybe we should head outside and get some fresh air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not going to drink anymore. I do still have to drive back home.
You are able to get escorted out. Anybody?
As we go outside,
Sarne.
Kit's gonna look at Olivia and say, "How long do you have the carriage for?"
Oh.
At least today.
We go for a ride around town.
Yeah, I don't see why not. This is we've got a nice neighborhood here with lots of forested area.
Just have fun in the carriage for a few hours.
Fun friend montage ensues.
Yeah.
Once Olivia gets in the carriage and you leave the estate, she just completely melts back down to normal slouching form.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Posture immediately destroyed.
Yeah, Wade undoes the button on his jacket and undoes the tie, and then once they're a reasonable distance, just kind of exhales. I hate
Yeah,
those.
sorry about that, Wade, and everyone else. I should have given a better heads up about that sort of thing. Also, you can
Oh, gee.
you can take off the tie now if you want, Kit.
I'll have to get this back at some point. Take it off and tuck it in a pocket.
I lean over to Wade. Get him some ties as well.
I've kind of been thinking. I don't know if like the classic ties look for him. I was thinking bow ties.
I can hear you.
Sorry.
I don't know if the classic ties look for him. I was thinking bow ties.
Yeah. Is there anything like looks-wise that you've seen that you might want to try, Kit?
I'll be honest, I haven't seen much.
Oh, that's fair.
Well, listen. I'll introduce you to my people. They'll get you some pictures. We'll get you some references, and we'll figure this out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This may be very silly.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta at least have one Hello Kitty shirt.
I don't know what that is.
It's fine.
Olivia will just hold out her arm.
She's an English girl. She's not a cat.
Olivia will just hold out her arm and reach into it and pull out a shirt. Like
Oh. Okay. There are two scenarios that I'm imagining. One,
Mm-hmm.
there is something with that shirt that is eldritch in nature, which is terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
Option 2, it is perfectly dry cleaned and steamed, which is even more terrifying.
Just look at go. Oh, I think I saw this on the side of a bus somewhere.
Olivia,
That was
how
a
does that
movie.
work?
Hold that thought.
No?
Slowly turns to Sarne. Why do you know so much about Hello Kitty lore?
My ex.
Is Sarnay lying?
Is
Is Sarnay lying?
She's not telling the whole truth.
Uh-huh.
Go ahead and roll for me. Subterfuge check. I'll allow mental or social.
Okay.
Anyone who'd like to can roll an empathy or integrity check to see if Sarnay is lying.
Uh-huh.
Can I
Gotta
roll
beat a
my
one.
No, it's
Oh
fine.
boy.
Gotta beat a one.
You get a +2 complication to lie to me.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Anyone of a tier lower than you suffers the +2 complication.
Oh, okay.
I just realized I have both subterfuge deception and empathy lie detection that both apply.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Gotta pick one.
I don't think anything else I have benefits me to detecting lies.
Hmm. Well.
Good.
Well,
I will say, Wade, you believe Sarnay.
Okay.
Olivia
Anybody
will look
wanna
at
tell
Sarnay
me?
and offer you the shirt.
Thanks. I will take
Sarnay
the
now has a Hello Kitty shirt.
You may put one Hello Kitty shirt in your inventory. No, I'm kidding.
Thank
you don't
you.
have to.
I will just look at the shirt, and for whoever rolled well just now will probably see that my eyes go wide as I realize that this is some manner of limited edition collector's item. It's like, oh no.
Yep.
You do find, like, touching it, that, as you stated before, it is still currently, like, freshly warm, as if it just came out of, like, a dry cleaners.
It's just been ironed.
You
Yeah.
are very impressive, Olivia.
Thank you.
I don't know what to think of you, but I am glad we're friends.
Yeah,
there,
friends.
that's what you.
I thought you
That's
hated
what
me.
you think of her.
No. I'm worried sometimes as to what you do and how you do things.
Could say a
But
roll to try and figure out how that work?
Yeah, you can make an occult roll.
Cult.
Mental.
Brain.
Yeah, occult brain.
I don't know if cryptozoology would help. Unless I've seen creatures with similar abilities before.
That is an excellent question.
Hmm.
Would you say cryptozoology would help in this particular case, Robo?
Probably. Olivia's pretty close to a cryptid.
Mm.
Then we will allow it.
Cryptid adjacent.
Alphonse is basically a cryptid.
Yeah. 3 successes.
Let me take a look at Olivia's thing, if it's what I think it is. Here's okay. The best way to describe it, in the shortest amount of words, is it's kind of like a natural. Yeah, it's hammer space. Specifically, kind of a more natural based hammer space type of thing, rather than something that's made out of just like magically enchanted item or something along those lines.
After a bit of a pause, Kit looks over at Olympia and says, "What else do you have in there?"
Oh, lots of stuff. And she kind of pulls out a pizza, pulls out a metal bucket filled with a few gallons of blood, pulls out a first aid kit.
When she pulls out that bucket, it's like, can you put that back, please? Because I don't know if that dress is a rental or not. You do
and
not want...
and it's going to make the carriage smell.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, no, let's worry about the smell or the dress, not the bucket of biohazard in the...
Wait,
You know, it's fine.
wait.
It's fine. Fine.
Yeah, this is one of those things.
It's I'm not going to ask for the source of the blood.
Maybe we'll put it back.
As I was saying, I know I can be abrasive. And that has... Shut up. And that has made it hard to make friends in the past. But I feel like we've gone through enough together to have at least some sort of connection. And I wouldn't mind calling that friendship. If you all do too.
Maybe I'll lean over, take your hand, squeeze it, and say, "Yep, I'm your friend."
Wade's gonna lean in, get an arm around Olivia, take his phone out and say, "Watch the birdie," say "Bullet sponge buddies," and then take a selfie.
On the other side of the carriage, just watching you three, gets this and go, I thought we were all already friends.
Yeah, but
We
you
were,
yourself
it just
need to
took her a
prove it.
little
Come here.
longer to get up on the uptake.
And so I guess we're putting Kit on this side of the carriage as well.
Yeah, Kid is being headlocked into a photo.
Exactly.
Okay.
Also, in
And
case
it
you're
is
wanting to share that anywhere, do let me know beforehand so that people can vet it.
But as you guys have a wonderful night in the carriage, finishing things up with what's the word I'm looking for? With with camaraderie and admitting friendship. Eventually, you guys go back to your places where you hopefully get some rest. I'm not going to tell you guys what you do.
Kid loves
Yeah.
naps.
Naps are great.
I wish I could experience them in real life.
Same.
That is fair.
Would Kit nap in the carriage?
If there's a point where like no one's talking to him, yeah. Just like close his eyes for a few minutes.
That's fair. Sarne would
Sarne.
consider that very cute. Yes.
There is a knock on your door in the evening before you go to sleep.
Okay. I will get up from my couch and put down, like, I will pause Popular Shooter 2. I was doing some aim training. Who is it? I call as I head towards the door.
The name given is not necessarily one that you recognize, but they add, I'm here on behalf of Erten. He asked me to deliver something to you.
Okay, hold on. Just unlocks the door, opens it.
And he hands you a letter.
I'll
Bows his head and
take it.
moves on. Heads back to where he was going.
Okay. I'll grab a probably also silver letter opener. Open the envelope. Unfurl the letter.
It is written somewhat formally, where it starts with, Sarne, I forgot to mention this given that you just told me that you were shot at, but Goodzer would like some help at his ranch. Sincerely, your mom. And I'm going to invoke the paying tribute condition starting now.
I understand.
Gotta go help with the horse stuff.
Mm-hmm. Now, is there a way that I know to rapidly get to that ranch?
There are many different paths to rapidly get to a ranch, but the question is, do you want to move at the speed of mileage, or do you want to move at the speed of narrative? In short, taking these other paths might get you there faster, but you'll have to do more. You might have to do more.
Yeah, that's fair. I will send a group message. Hey all, I have to go away for a bit. Gotta help my uncle with some stuff at his ranch. Like, you're welcome to come, but I wouldn't if I were you.
Can't respond with why is it going to be dangerous?
Who knows? It's going to be tedious.
Okay.
Have fun.
In that case, I will probably go to I think it's Charleroi, the airport, to get myself a plane ticket to Mongolia.
Okay.
You get another message from Kit like a few hours later because he had a nap that just says, keep us up to date if anything happens out there.
Will do.
Okay. I'm going to look at the details of paying tribute real quick. Traits, birthrights, guides, paying tribute. Okay, representative figures, guys. Excellent. So this can be a short-term aspiration, we'll say.
Okay.
Now I have to pull open my notes. Okay. So I'm going to change this back to Lap of Luxury.
Also, do I have to bring my bike? Is the question.
You do not. No.
Okay.
You do not have to bring your bike. Okay. So, to not put too fine of details on it, you are able to sit there and get to a ranch, which is still on this plane of existence. This is the legitimate horse ranch. This isn't the mystical horse ranch where horse spirits are converted into motorcycles. This is kind of the aspect there. You see, you've met this incarnation before. This incarnation of Godzir, who's old, weathered Mongolian man, sun tanned, like sun leathered to heck and back.
Oh, by the way, I will pay for 2 tickets.
Okay.
So that Mir can travel with me next to me, rather than...
Excellent.
Rather than suffer the indignity of being in the holding.
Yeah, I know.
But it is a large ranch, as in you can't really see, like, once you get close to the main house for the bunkhouse, you can't see the edges of the ranch type of large.
I'm imagining that, like, there is this one central farm building, but dotted around the estate there are these yurts as well.
Yeah.
But as I meet my uncle, I bow formally. Greetings, uncle. I have come as you requested.
Excellent. So we will go ahead and get you started. That way you can get back to doing what it is that you were doing beforehand.
I also hope you don't mind the extra mouth to feed, as I point at Great Murkhan.
He reaches down to pet Murkon, and he is able to do so. Yes, not at all, not at all. Okay, so any help is good help. Is there anything in particular that you would like to sit there and do, or should I just start giving you a list of things?
Anything you need any particular help with, I can start on. Happy to tend to the horses, happy to take care of some of the bikes.
What we need for you to do to start with is get some of these horses used to having people ride on them. And he'll take you over to where some younger, I think they're called geldings if they're not fixed.
I think that is when they have been, but yeah, gelding is a castrated male horse.
Gotcha. Younger horses, he'll take you over to them, fully grown, whatnot. He goes, all right. These ones have already been saddled. You can kind of see that they don't like to, like they're kind of moving back and forth into it. They've mostly gotten adjusted to it. They just need to get used to the weight of a person on them. So go ahead, hop up there, and good luck. And he goes on and starts doing something else.
What kind of role is this?
Empathy, survival, or athletics. Your empathy to try to get the horse on there, survival to know what to do in regards to this, or athletics to stay the fuck on.
Athletics it is. Let's go dexterity athletics for this.
Go for it.
4 successes.
4 successes is enough to sit there and deal with the horse.
Horseplay.
As you are able to do so perfectly fine. You get through a couple of horses in regards to it. Then it's just kind of, as he kind of goes forward, he goes, all right, there are some horses that we let to run around. After you go ahead and put these out there, go ahead and brush them down and give them a saddle real quick. Just go ahead and catch them. So first we're going to need an athletics check for you to catch a horse.
Okay.
Oh, this is beautiful.
In the meantime, as I arrived at the airport and as I got to the farm, I would have messaged the others, like, hey, touchdown, and got to my uncle. He's got me training horses.
He doesn't say anything, but he's very happy that now that Sarni is aware that we are all friends, that she's taking the time to communicate her safety and whatnot.
And
now
I'm gonna need a medicine check.
Medicine check. Okay.
This can be mental or social, but it is a medicine check.
Feels. Who do I medicine at the moment?
You are medicining a horse because brushing is something that you have to do to help the lather and help the other aspects of the horse before saddling. So says my horse friend.
I get that. I feel like this is a mental check for Sarne, which is worse. 1 success.
Okay.
Got momentum.
Yeah, you can spend some momentum if you'd like.
Sure.
Okay. How much?
2.
2 momentum? Okay.
2 successes.
2 successes. 2 successes, pretty good. There is one of the older ranch hands that kind of comes by and gives you some pointers, kind of helps you brush some of the horse down, like kind of gets on the other side, kind of explains why. I don't remember off the top of my head, but it's something we could talk about it afterwards. And then kind of as he kind of sits there and lets you finish it up, Gutzer pops back over and goes, why don't you go ahead and finish saddling up that horse, and then you can probably call it a day after that. And as you notice, most of the day has gone by. So go ahead and make for me an empathy check.
Empathy. Social, mental?
Social, I'll say.
Okay.
One of the older range hands will help you with
3 successes.
Yeah, will more help you getting the thing and kind of explaining the differences between them if Sarne needs it. But with 3 successes, no, easy enough. You were able to sit there and get that done. I have 2 more things on there, but I might hold off on those for next time paying tribute.
Okay.
But yeah.
You did it.
Indeed. I'm wondering what the rest is doing in Brussels.
Yeah, and we could find out what the rest of the people are doing in Brussels for a day or two next time.
Hey, called it.
I figured.
I've been, Alvarance, the storyteller for you this evening. With me playing Kit, I've had Danny Cat.
Eventually, Kit will figure out how clothes work.
Eventually.
He only kind of knows right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, this is a thing humans do. I don't know why, but it is.
Playing Sarney, I've had Crest Nether.
I didn't die because of my mom.
No, and you learned a lot about horses.
Yeah.
Playing
Arne is
Wade,
having
I've
a
had...
very good couple days after getting shot.
Playing Wade, I've had Red Ghost.
Here's hoping nobody filmed the shot, because if they did, Wade's probably going to die because of his mom.
Oh.
Playing Olivia, I've had Robo Pirate.
Olivia is absurdly rich. None of these things were rentals.
Wonderful.
And we'll catch you guys next time.
Kit just assumes it's a rental because he's poor.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
And
We got an
with
aspiration.
that, thank you all so much for hanging out and watching the series as it is ongoing. I also want to give a thank you to Leah Fireheart for the raid. Once again, please do go and follow her. She is a delight, both in the kitchen and while playing video games. She does a lot of cooking streams, she does a lot of video gaming streams, and in all honesty, she is just a lovely, lovely person. Oh no, Phil, it's okay. Speaking of, in 2 days, I believe it's 2 days, I will put most of the, almost the entirety of Midnight Storm on YouTube. And after so doing, I'm able to put the rest on YouTube, as well as an ongoing, a recurring VOD. I will try and see how best to edit that, if that is necessary. Do I have the VODs on here as well? I do, but after they go to YouTube, I will be deleting them on Twitch, because Twitch doesn't like highlights up to a certain amount of time, and I am over that limit right now. So, YouTube, go and subscribe there. I am going to be uploading, I have been uploading a lot. Next thing that is going to be uploaded is the Root game. So the link is youtube.com/@nethervt, which is I will just pin it for a moment. There it is. Next thing that will be uploaded in about 50 minutes is a playthrough of Root that I did with friends of the stream, Fadelay, Jimbity Bim Bim, and fellow Plainsmeld leaders, Ray of Swords, and Wizard the Pig, where they all played lovely little forest creatures that were, we were having some action warfare stuff happening. Then tomorrow, an old yeah, an old series of Scion Divinity Reborn will be coming live on YouTube. And then in 2 days' time, Midnight Storm will drop on there as well. And then any other things like my Monster Hunter Wilds playthrough will be going live as soon as I've got that exported. With all of that said, we are going to go and raid out, and I think I know who to raid, but let's make sure that they are live. Yes, they are. They are playing, what is this? Wizard with a gun. So, you're trying to learn Scion, and you think it's Chronicles of Darkness, the other one that we are playing. Currently, we're kind of in between games with Hyrule Chronicles, which was a D&D campaign, but is going to become a Pathfinder 2nd Edition campaign with the next story campaign. Alvarez ran a game of Chronicles of Darkness, specifically Deviant, for that as a one-shot. And next week, this Monday, I am going to be running a game, or rather a Session 0, for the crew in Stargate SG-1, which is a D&D 5th Edition spin-off. So we're going to be making characters on Monday. So with that all said, we are going to go and raid into fellow Plainsmelt leader and good friend Wizard the Pig. Do check out their channel, and I'm just going to give them a shout out as well. Oh no. I'm so sorry. I'm going to cancel this raid for now. I apologize because I had to do it through my bot. There we go. So you can copy one of these messages. First one is for subscribers, second one is not. If you want to join the Discord, where you can find my stuff as well as Kamesy's, Sunberry's, Ray of Swords, his Thumbkunst's, and Wizard of Pigs channels, feel free to do so. I have been Cressnether, I am Cressnether, and I will be Cressnether for some time. Await more goodies on YouTube, and I hope to see you all on Monday. With that said, have a good one. Goodbye!